Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sentimental Sensations. I'm your host, as always, George, and today I have a guest with me, a good friend, Brian Junginger.
You know it, George.
And I know
Hello there.
Junginger. I feel like I always seem to have bad when I'm introducing people. I can never pronounce their last names.
Oh, it's fine. Neither
Anyway,
can I.
yes, welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
I'm Brian. My last name is Junginger. Yep.
Thanks for clarifying.
My friend, his name's George. Tell about myself. Well, I'm sitting down at the moment. What else do you need? Sorry. Can't help myself. You want a decent answer to a serious question, and I can't give it. I like to build rockets. I guess that's something I like to do for a long time, and just like building stuff in general. But rockets are cool because they fly, and then I like doing other things like, I guess more like electronics or 3D printing and programming, because then I can do that on my rockets, and it just like expands and it gets bigger and more complicated and harder and less fun, but it's good. Yeah. Play games. Strategy is the best. I watch TV. Star Trek is the best. I watch movies. Godzilla is the best. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't debate with that anyway. So yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I like the
That's
good
a
stuff.
good intro.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely different from what everyone else has done, so I like it.
Oh, very
Usually
good.
they just say what they do for work, how old they are.
Yeah.
No one
Oh
wants
no,
to
I'm
hear that.
getting there. Like, there's a lot to say about myself, and like, I'm assuming at some point we'll talk about music, but mostly about me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Right?
well, that's why you're here,
Oh,
right?
that's why I'm here. So let me continue. No.
I'm not sure why I'm here, but at least I know why you're here. Oh, wait, I do know why I'm here. We're here to talk about music.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, that is also something I
Yeah,
like.
and I guess we could, well, we're considering talking about soundtracks, so I guess that's a good place to start.
Mm.
You want to share some of your favorites?
Oh, my favorites. Like, probably just like Age of Empires in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I guess I grew up with like Age of Empires 1, and then like, oh no, soundtracks are just catchy, and like, I guess after you hear them like time and time again when you're playing the same games, then like you either love it or hate it because you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Age of Empires is a game for those that are unaware of what that is, in case you thought it was a movie or something.
Yeah. Movies have good soundtracks too.
Yeah, but I think
I
I
don't
think
know.
game soundtracks is definitely an interesting topic because I know there's a lot of game soundtracks I like.
Yeah.
A lot of the old PS2 games. There's a lot of PS2 games like Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Raccoon. There's a game called Dog's Life on PS2 that's a favorite of mine, which would basically you go around as a dog and you get to like sniff, poo, fetch, like do all the kind of stuff that
Oh,
dogs
I
would
love
do.
doing those things anyway.
So I guess it's almost like a dog simulation game in that sense.
Yeah.
But it's quite fun because like your love interest gets captured and you have to like go on this epic adventure
Oh,
through like
dang.
the farm and you go up to like a snow resort and all these places and then you go get to the dog parent at the end and save the
Oh,
dog, your damsel in distress as it were. So
oh. Who's the
always good
villain?
fun. Uh some like lady that owns the parent, I think. Yeah.
Oh, evil.
I think she wants to like turn dogs into dog food or something diabolical like that.
Oh, that's a twist.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
just what you
Yeah,
want
what you
from
would.
your kids entertainment game.
Yep, got a little bit dark. Uh, okay. Yeah. Why do you like the soundtrack in that?
The Dog's Life one.
Hmm.
Um, I guess because there's like a few little kind of guitar ditties, so it's very kind of like a lot of it's very kind of like tranquil music, and there's like there's a few tracks with like a guy playing electric guitar and like there's like a guy up in the shops playing piano. It's very like calming and mellow. I think it's probably a good way here.
Hmm.
Just very, I guess, different to a lot of um, games at the time because I feel like a lot of even like with the PS2 era, it was very much like even like to reference uh, Crash Bandicoot, it's very kind of electronic based, which I
Yeah.
like, but I feel like that's very kind of stereotypical of a lot of modern kind of up to date games, especially these days. All got a very kind of electronic vibe soundtrack, whereas this one was more kind of a mainstream, almost like a classical album,
Hmm.
which I think was kind of cool. Like something you
Yeah.
would kind of expect generally from games from that era, I guess.
Hmm.
So
Yep. Okay.
yeah.
Do you think like would you normally listen to like soundtracks, just the soundtracks,
I mean,
or
if I,
do they have to have words?
yeah, no. I
Mm.
mean, I feel like at least most soundtrack games that I'm aware of, don't have. They're all generally instrumental based. But yeah, I think I just if I play a game and I'm just listening to the music while I play it, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Like even like a game like Mario Galaxy, that's a really cool one. That's got a very epic. I mean, I know Nintendo's always been very good with their kind of music, but especially that game, it's got a very, like you're traveling to all these different planets, and it's kind of very
Mm.
like orchestral kind of
Yeah.
music in the background, which is really cool, and it's very, I guess, really good, like high quality soundtrack.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. Mm.
even like the Pokemon games, always like that as well. They're probably
Yeah.
not like the original. Well, I mean, I don't have anything against like the original one, but they were obviously a lot more kind of 8-bit, because that was basically all you could have back
Oh,
then. But as
yeah. They're still
like
all right.
times gone on, and they've made new games, and they've even like updated the old soundtracks and given
Mm.
them a kind of more modern take and more like because I feel like they tend to use a lot of orchestras and stuff when they make that kind of music, which is cool.
Yep. Okay.
So that's probably
Uh,
the kind of only real classical music I listen to.
yeah. I think there's a lot of genres I wouldn't normally listen to if it wasn't for like games and movies. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
definitely.
I just listen to like pop music all the time or rock or something. Like, yeah, pop music. But yeah, but in some games, like there's like classical, orchestral, or like more like electronic or funk or jazz, like things that I wouldn't normally listen to, like because
Yeah,
it's not like mainstream music anymore.
for
But
sure. Yeah.
they're like catchy in their own way, and yeah. So
Yeah, I think.
oh, just jumping in for a second, like for the viewers, like I'm not completely crazy. I do like real music. I like music with genuine, like
I don't think anyone's
lyrics.
judging you.
Oh no, everyone is judging me. I know. I'm saying that straight. So judge no more.
Well,
Um,
not
yeah.
everyone likes, modern up to date music. So
Mm. Oh yeah. What do you think? Do you think like all the good songs have already been sung, and now there's no more? All the stuff they're just making now is just terrible or remakes. Are they still
well,
making
I
good music?
mean, I wouldn't say all of it's bad, but I feel like maybe compared to like back in like the '60s to the '80s or something, it was all really good like music. Where I feel like there it's kind of like you're nitpicking from maybe like maybe like 40% of it's decent or something like that, and 60 is not. I don't know if that's a hard, or maybe like 60%. I don't know, but there's definitely some good music out there. I'm just not as into a lot of the mainstream stuff. I guess I prefer the more stuff that's kind of a bit, I guess, different, and kind of has roots in a lot of the music I like from like the 80s, 90s, 60s, that kind of era. So
yeah,
any music that takes reference from there or doesn't, use electric ditties in their song. I mean, some of it's good, but yeah, I feel like I'm quite picky about that kind of thing. But
when they do like the synthesizing voice kind of like,
yeah,
that's a bit far for me, I think.
Well, I think with the whole, what was it called? The whole, I get now, there's the auto tune. That's what I think of. Yeah, with the auto tune, I think it's definitely changed the way a lot of music gets made, and the fact you can basically sing anything out of key and then just put it on auto tune and it'll just fix it all up for you. Kind of.
Are you saying that I can be like a famous star? I can be a singer?
Pretty much. I mean,
oh yeah.
There's a famous rapper who actually uses I forgot again. What was I talking about? Yeah, I forgot. What were we talking about?
Autotune and synthesizing
Autotune,
voices.
that's right. Yeah, there's a famous rapper who's well known for doing that, and I think he took a lot of criticism, as I think I talked about this in one of my other episodes. But yeah, just people didn't like the fact that he used pretty much autotune the whole time he'd singing any song. And then one day he decided to like sing without autotune, which he'd never done before, and he sounded really good. And everyone's like, "Wow, this guy can actually sing!" He's not just hiding behind the autotune.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it gets a bit of a bad rap in that sense.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, I guess.
Yeah. I think I used to just be like, only listen to Gold 104 only, just nothing else, because that's got the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and nothing else is worth my time. But thing like with being at work and not necessarily having power over the radio to choose what I listen to, people like uncivilized people listening to modern music. But some of it's all right, I found. So it's all right. So broaden my horizons. I think now I've moved to Smooth, maybe? Smooth FM. Because they got a bit more of a mix.
Choose multiple. I mean, I always go between like 104, 91.5, and 105.1 Triple M. So.
Yeah. Okay. I usually just try to avoid the talk show hosts.
Yeah. Well, a lot of like the modern music stations didn't have a lot of that, I find. I know 104.3 is pretty good because you barely ever hear the guy talk, and if he's talking, it's usually about some prize or something you can win.
Yeah.
Or some cool fact about, a musician, which I always appreciate when they do that thing where they talk about like this day in history, so-and-so's birthday, or so-and-so released this album. That's kind of cool because I always like little music trivia facts.
Yep. Did you have any for today's day in history?
Not really.
No, secretly Google while we're talking. No, yeah. I remember, because I've got similar taste to, like, my parents. Like, my dad, I listen to, like, all the songs that he listens to. And, like, I remember kind of thinking, like, oh, well, I like the old stuff because that's the good stuff to me. And But I remember he said once that, well, like he grew up in that time, and most of it was terrible. But it's only the good songs that have lasted this long. Like,
Yeah.
so there was hundreds, like thousands of terrible songs back in the '80s, but we only hear the good ones now. So
True.
I guess with like the stuff playing like in this decade, like a lot of it's terrible, but um, in 20, 30 years, like we'll only be
Listening
listening
to
to the
the
good
good
stuff in
ones.
this decade. Yeah. And then we'll go, oh, like 2020, what a good year for music.
Yeah, that was.
And not
Oh
much
wait, no,
else.
it wasn't.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I reckon like the people are still capable of making good music. Just
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I guess a lot of it's also like filtered by oh, this is going to be a good song, it's going to be a hit kind of thing. But I think the sad thing though about radio, I guess I know obviously radio is very commercialized, but you're only ever going to hear the really well-known songs from an album. You're never going to hear like
yeah,
the third track of some random album that wasn't a single. You're only going to hear like the two songs from that album that were hits. Which
yeah,
I mean, I guess that's what people want to hear. So that's what they deliver on. And then if you want to listen to that song, you have to kind of buy the album and then just listen to it yourself.
yeah. Yeah, I like one hit wonders. Like if like for example, what's the song? We're Not Gonna Take It by
Yeah,
Twisted Sister. Like that's a real good song. But if you listen to the rest of their stuff, like the rest of their album is pretty bad. I'm not
yeah.
sure if there's another redeemable song in there, but I don't, oh no, probably offended someone. But
Okay,
like
you Twisted Sister, the
you're
greatest
like,
band in the world.
oh, sometimes like, how can you make such a good song and then where'd it go? Like, yeah,
Yeah, true. I guess it's kind of hard to constantly throw out hits and singles unless you're like
yeah,
really talented, like Ed Sheeran or
mm,
something.
yeah. Not everyone's like ever.
No, true.
Well, they pumping it. Hmm. Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
know
what I
they
see.
had that song "I Want to Rock" as well, but that might have been from a different album.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to rock, do 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 do. I
Oh
want
yeah.
to.
Well, that's all right.
I think that's pretty much that one and the twist. We're not going to take it. I think it's the only
Hmm. Yeah.
um, songs, at least I'm aware of, that Twisted Sister have done.
Yep. Or their Christmas special, "Come On You Faithful."
Oh yeah. Oh
That's a
man.
good song.
Yeah, all the Christmas classics on that one.
Oh, oh, crazy. Hmm.
I mean, that music video though for when we're not gonna take it's pretty good with the dad and he just like yelling at the kid and he like turns into one of
Yeah.
the Twisted Sisters and he's like no and he just like knocks him down the stairs or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's an entertaining music video.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
some of
that
those
guy's
songs
pretty.
are worth it just for the music video, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that
Hmm.
guy's also. Well, I don't know if he's in all of them, but he's definitely in the "Wanna Rock." I want to rock video as well. So perhaps they just like the idea of like having this, stuck up
Yeah.
two-faced dad that's always like, he can't do this, and then we're like, no, we'll rebel against you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's not on the band. Like, he's not a
Yeah,
singer. Or, like, who is that guy? He's
some
in, like,
random guy they
half the
found
music
like,
videos.
you'll do. You seem like a uptight prick.
I'll take the job. Yeah. It's not something I'd put on my resume, but
Nah, probably not. Unless they were thought you were really good at it, I guess. You win that
yeah.
video? Whoa, we'll definitely hire you.
Yeah. That's my one redeeming quality.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can go back to soundtracks.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah. We like going along nicely and then tangent. And yeah,
I know, yeah. That's what we want. Keep the
that's what we
conversation flowing.
yeah. Love tangents.
Yeah. Not have a good tangent.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Like, I feel like the difference between, like, I think there is like a main difference between soundtracks and, um, like music, like songs. Like,
Yeah.
not just like there's no singing, but I feel like music is like a way to communicate, like to like
Right?
express your feelings. Like it's always like someone's talking about their experience or like the way that they're feeling, and like depending on the emotions like the singer wants to talk about, like you get that kind
Yeah.
of music. And but with soundtracks, like they're telling, like they're trying to make you feel a particular way. Like in
Yeah.
a movie, um, like um, like someone's in a car chase and there's explosions behind them, like, and you got like really upbeat music, drums and guitar, like, and
Diddle do,
you
diddle
feel pumped, like,
do.
yeah, energetic. Then
Yeah.
like the like the main character's cat dies, and you're like, oh no, and it's like a sad
Dun,
moment.
dun,
And
dun.
oh yeah, maybe. Then it's like after that, it's like somber and
Yeah.
subtle and like sad music. And like I don't know if like the movie or the games or whatever media it is didn't have the music, like it kind of takes away a dimension from it, because
Yeah.
it's another way that the like the artist can communicate how you're supposed to feel at that moment. Like you see
Sure.
something sad happen, but then there's like a song that makes you feel it, and it like immerses you into what's happening.
Yeah, well, I definitely feel like if you watched a lot of your favorite movies, there was like, that classic death scene or something, and it was just like, you see the actors like sad, but there's no kind of like touching music to add to it. I think it would
Hmm.
take a lot from that movie. I mean, there's a good example from my experience is the movie Marley and Me,
Hmm.
which is about a dog who's kind of like, a bit of a, it's based on this book that this guy wrote who basically had this dog who was basically a real terror. He never listened, always disobeyed the rules. He was like the most disobedient dog kind of thing. And spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but it's been out for a while, so I think most people would know it anyway. But there's the bit at the end where the dog obviously gets old and passes away. And there's this really emotional track playing
Hmm.
that when I remember when we went to the cinema watching, like, Mum was like tearing up because of how, emotional it was. And it's all,
Yeah.
I always get pretty like choked up when I listen to that song.
Hmm.
It reminds me of that scene. But it's always funny because I remember Jamie was there with us and he's kind of like, why are you crying? It's just a dog. And it's like, it's not even yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a bit different because I mean, he's probably never had a dog before, and we hadn't got Jilly by this point. But I know,
Hmm.
like me, my sister, and even my dad was all like big dog lovers. So even if it's a fictitious dog on a screen that we know isn't actually dying, but obviously
Yeah.
the story makes it seem real enough that you feel that emotion. So
Hmm.
I
So they
think it's
didn't
quite
actually kill the dog,
powerful.
just in
Oh
the movie.
no, it's just
Oh, okay.
movie magic.
Amazing. Oh, and I thought it was just animal cruelty all this time.
No, no.
Yeah.
No dogs were
Yeah.
harmed in the king, I hope.
Yeah. That's a good example. it's okay, George. You're allowed to cry at movies.
Yeah. Well, I think I was okay that day, but yeah, ever since I listened to that song or that movie afterwards, I probably don't cry, but I definitely feel a very emotional about it.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm
you
not
can tell me
generally
after if you cried.
I'm not generally the cry in front of people kind of guy. I
Yeah.
save those tears for later then.
Mhm. That
Oh
reminds
dear.
me of like my favorite movie, which I can add to the
Yeah, the
intro at the
conversation.
start. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Oh, the best
Yeah.
movie. So much senseless action and destruction. If that's what you need, that's where you go. But
Yeah.
there's like a scene where um, Godzilla's son dies, and like
Yeah.
like the music was like so sad. I've never felt more sad for a giant raging reptile at that moment. So
Oh dear.
yeah, like for like a Godzilla movie,
You
like
would
the
expect to
soundtrack
think that
has to
would
be really
happen.
doing this job. Hmm.
Yeah. Was that the googly eyed Godzilla, the little one?
No, no, not that one.
No, that
No,
was
no,
a different one.
we don't talk about that one. No.
We never
Yeah,
speak of him.
yeah. If you want to cry in a movie, you watch that one because not because it's sad, just because it's bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
mhm.
good. Let's jump on this truck and drive off. And our
Oh,
friend.
yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Sometimes I just question what they're thinking when they're making those movies. Yeah.
Well, that
I'd say go
Japanese.
watch that, but maybe not. I'll spare you.
I thought that was pretty funny. If you want to laugh,
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
They're trying to be serious, but it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Mhm. Hmm.
What a world
Yeah.
we live
But, I think I just like soundtracks. Like when I think I started listening to soundtracks by themselves like when I'm doing something. Like
in.
if
Right, yeah.
I'm
You don't
well,
want that
especially
distraction of the words. You just want
yeah,
the kind of soothing
the background, yeah. So I
melody
can still
music.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So especially when I was doing homework,
Yeah.
like I want something in the background, but if it's got lyrics in it, then like that distracts me more.
Yeah,
And
for
it's funny
sure.
when like you're writing down and then suddenly you're writing the lyrics of the song. You're like, oh no, because you're singing it in your head and then you're writing it down. Like, oh,
Yeah. That'd
yep.
be pretty funny. And the equation is going on to America. Oh, wait, no, I was wrong.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Oh no. And I guess the other thing is like um, used to do a lot of video editing for like
Yeah.
rocket videos or when we went on like camping trips, like full
Yeah.
driving, or like some like photography, like when I do time lapses. Um, like I I like to put like a fitting soundtrack to it that like really gets you engaged into what you're viewing. I was particularly happy of a time lapse video I did where like the video matched like the beat of the music and it was
Yeah.
like more like it's like a kind of wondrous kind of feeling to it and just worked
Yeah,
perfectly
right.
with like the spectacle that it was putting on. So I was quite proud of
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
You
I
always want
guess
a good song to back it up.
yeah. So yeah, like I enjoy video editing because you've like taken all the footage and now you're editing it and then putting it with the music and it all just comes together
Make a
in a nice
masterpiece.
package and mm, Well, all of my things are masterpieces, at least. Yeah, I know how it feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like the perfect song to fit that perfect, video or to, portray the holiday you've had or something like that.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
good.
Because, I don't know, if you're just watching like half an hour of like photos or something, like it could be better. It could have some music
Yeah,
to
if you had a nice, have the Benny Hill music in the background.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, like that time lapse when we were setting up the tent.
Yeah,
SYG. Had you guys like jumping and then like as you're setting up the tents at high speed.
yeah.
Benny
Nodding
Hill was
along,
just
doing
so
all that.
perfect.
Yeah,
Mm.
works with anything.
Mhm. Yeah, bit of fun with soundtracks.
And of
Yeah.
course, you could always have soundtracks that don't have, soundtracks that actually have like songs in them. But obviously, that's obviously a bit different.
What are you trying to say, George? What do you mean?
Well, you can have actual soundtracks that have like a compilation of songs which fit into the movie.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a documentary last night about Forrest Gump and like kind of how they made that movie. It's called anyone interested, it's called The Movies That Made Us on Netflix, which talks about these classic movies and how they get made.
Oh yeah.
And they'd selected because obviously Forrest Gump's quite he goes to different places and he's in different times in history. So they had quite a unique set of songs that kind of describe, I guess, America over the
Oh yeah.
generation.
Yep.
So it's got quite, I don't know the exact soundtrack, but there's quite, they've kind
Oh,
of
okay.
put them there to kind of convey, I guess, the times and I guess, what was going on around the time that movie was made, kind of thing.
Okay. Oh, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, like that.
Yeah,
I
I was
think that's
going to
kind of
say that.
famous for
Yeah.
like having like the songs of the era to get you into it, and that's
Yeah,
quite
well, I
popular.
think the
The
premise
soundtrack.
behind that was obviously because the main guy was born in that era and he's, from Earth, so he kind of associates his
Hmm.
life at that time with the, 60s or 70s or whatever it
Yeah.
was. So all those songs are kind of like, classic
Hmm.
60s, 70s, 80s songs kind of thing. But I think it was
Yeah.
kind of cool. And they're probably some of my favorite
Hmm.
soundtracks that are like song based.
Yeah.
Have a
And
good
credit to
selection.
Marvel, like they did a good job with that. They used
Yeah,
it
definitely.
really
Yeah.
well.
Marvel knows how to put on a party, that's for sure.
Yep. Hmm.
I always think of that. I think it's on the first album. There's that song that goes "Ooka shaka, ooka 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 shaka." It's like I can't
I
stop
can't
this
stop this
feeling.
feeling deep inside of me.
What a good song!
Yeah. Hmm. Classic. Yeah. Hmm.
I was thinking as well. There's also like you can have like different variations of songs which can kind of, I think, reflect how you perceive a certain song. Like there's do you know the song "I'm on Fire" by Bruce Springsteen? Like, hey, little girl,
Um,
is your daddy home? Could you do
oh yeah.
do do bad desire? Whoa, I'm on fire. There's a Rock Quiz. There's this for those that aren't aware, there's an Australian TV show called Rock Quiz, and they do at the end of each episode they do like a cover. The two artists that are on that episode do a cover of a song, and I really like the version of "I'm on Fire" that they do on that one because it's got a very so I feel like that song particularly is kind of a very hauntingly yet beautiful song because it's very,
Okay.
I don't know the exact context behind it, but when you're listening to the cover version, you have one lass who's kind of doing the banjo, and it kind of almost brings a new level to the song, which the original kind of, not that I have anything against the original, but it kind of very mellow, where this one kind of has a hauntingly mellow tone to go along with the song. And I feel it just changes like how kind of the emotional impact, I guess, that song had. Like the original is great, but I didn't really feel anything. And then when I listened to that cover, I was like, wow, it's kind of brought this whole new meaning to the song just by the way they've kind of gone about and changed the song they've done, which I think is pretty cool.
Okay. Oh, do you feel like the original is always the best? I guess you've given an example that it is.
Well, I mean,
that's another thing.
I think there's definitely. I feel you got to give credit to the original artist, because without that artist, you wouldn't have the song to cover. But at the same time, there's definitely versions of songs I think that I've heard that I just like. Yeah, that just takes the song and just adds a whole new level to it.
Yeah. I feel like it's like the song that I hear, like the original version that I hear of it, like if I hear a remake of it, I'm like, oh no, that just sounds all wrong. I don't like it. Even if I hear if I've heard the studio recording and then I hear the live version, like the live version annoys me. Like it's got to be like the original that I heard.
Well,
some of the remakes.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the thing about like live and non-live, obviously, with live, it's a lot more raw than the studio version that they could tweak and do whatever. But I think a lot of people give more credit to the live performance because it's more of a raw rendition of that song, and sometimes they might tweak it and change it a bit and make it sound a little different just to kind of for live shows.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. There's a song I was thinking of. It's I know we were thinking talking about worship songs as well at one point. There's I can't remember the ex. I think it's in the name of or oh, what's the one? It's like, who has the power of God and Thunder? The King of Glory, the King above all kings. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's familiar. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll come back to me.
Yeah, I might be able to find it on my channel. I think I've got a list of songs that I've saved. If I can find it. But yeah, anyway, that version was the version I liked was not kind of your typical standard version, but it was by like a well-known religious artist, and he kind of brings a lot more of a kind of upbeat version of it. So like rather than the more kind of classic kind of So I guess it's more of a modern take on it, but I think that version I really like because it kind of almost adds a bit more energy to the song, which but I think obviously with the traditional songs you got, I guess they're more more supposed to be praises than anything, but I think I quite like the kind of more up tempo.
You're supposed to be happy. Yeah,
exactly. It kind of makes I think it's like one of those covers where you just feel like you could, just shout it out to the world because it's just really upbeat and catchy, as opposed to kind of, feel like you're in church singing a prayer. And it's, it might still have the same context, but you don't feel as maybe, I don't know, like alive or excited about it, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon, I think before church, I never liked to sing, especially around people, but I think going to church and singing the worship songs kind of broke down that barrier a bit. And now people can hear me sing, and they probably regret it now. But yeah,
Oh
I
no,
enjoy
third prize thing.
it. And like even now at work, like if I would walk 500 miles comes on,
Yeah,
start singing to it with the rest of the guys and have a bit of fun.
yeah, it's always a good song to then, or get up and boogie to. I feel like everyone knows that song pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. That's never liked really singing before church, so yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I definitely kind of felt that way at the start because it's always a bit nerve-wracking singing in front of other people, even if they're all busy singing and probably not going to hear you. But
Yeah,
especially, I remember when I got involved in band as well, and I'd be, playing along, actually be singing, but I'd kind of be doing it singing to myself, kind of thing. So it's
yeah,
kind of fun to do, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. I guess like for me, I never really thought of like singing as worship, and oh no, probably still don't. But I know there's like definitely people who do, and
Yeah,
like they say that people have their own different ways, and yeah, like do it your own way.
exactly. Yeah,
Singing's probably not my thing, but there's
I think.
still some songs that
Yeah,
just get
yeah.
like
I
Amazing
think if
Grace.
you're kind of like professionally trained, or you have a generally good voice, you're more inclined. Or I mean, I think even if you just like it, I guess I shouldn't
Yeah,
stereotype people like that. But yeah, I feel like there's more the people are more inclined because I think maybe probably because they just have more confidence to do it. I guess they're willing to shout it out and not care what someone thinks about how if they're staying on pitch or in time, whatever.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and um, at youth group used to get a lot of the guys into like a few of the dances or a few of the songs, like when Queen comes on or the Nutbush. Like,
Yeah,
can you think of like some like must have songs for like singing at parties or dancing?
yeah. Well, I think any song that has like a dance routine, like Macarena,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because I feel like pretty much anyone knows the Macarena. I feel like most
And have you
people know the
noticed that the Macarena can go to like any song basically? You put on like a rock song, a rap song,
bum,
you
bum,
just do the moves.
bum, bum. Buddy, you're a boy making big noise.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
I feel
or
like
staying
Macarena is a
alive,
universal dance.
because that's always good as well. If you want to keep someone alive, you just go bup 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 bup, staying alive.
Staying alive, staying
It's in the
alive.
same tempo as like your heart rhythm, I think. So
Yeah,
they
that's
always
true.
say if someone's, they need their, oxygen back, you just pretend
Yeah,
you sing staying alive in your head
yeah.
goes or
Like
you're
music just
pressing on.
doesn't just make you feel good; it could save your life.
I know.
Oh,
I
so
wonder, I
versatile.
wonder if the Bee Gees thought of that when they were writing of Staying Alive. They're like, this would be a really good song to, bring someone back to life.
I don't know. Apparently, I heard like they at least did it to the beat. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
apparently like, to the beat that you're supposed to.
yeah.
So, yeah,
So
I
I think
guess
it's
it's
like a
fitting. The name
specific.
is "Staying Alive," so
Yeah.
that's the
maybe
the
they
general idea
maybe
of
they're like,
CPR.
there's too many people dying. We need a good song to promote
Hmm.
promote like I don't know what your first aid or whatever.
Yeah, I did CPR like first aid training last year, and the guy who was training us is like, "Or you could just do it to staying alive, like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
I
need to keep the
remember. I
beat."
think we were told that as well. I think when we did ours, yeah. If
So
you're a
even the
music man,
professionals tell you that. So I'll
there
buy it.
must be onto something there. Then,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Only whenever I think of that, I'm on my way, so I always think of the Shrek sound music because That's that bit when they're going to say they're princess, and it's like doody doody.
Yeah. What a classic.
Yeah, either that or 500 miles. I would walk 500.
What a song.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good to sing along as well. That's good for
Well,
parties.
yeah. And then that's when you actually walk out the house and walk 500 miles.
We're not that into the song. It's a lot of work. 500
Yeah,
miles.
definitely,
I
yeah.
don't want to convert that into actual kilometers. That'd be a lot. What a good song.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mm. I think that's another thing about soundtracks. Like if you hear the song, it reminds you where you heard it from. Like, oh, that's from that movie or something.
Yeah,
And I feel like it kind of brings the memory, like with the feeling as well. Like,
yeah,
kind of how the movie made you feel is like kind of it brings back that feeling as well when you hear that soundtrack or song.
for sure, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
always good.
Hmm.
Is there anything else on your mind
Uh,
that you
well,
like to talk?
I I did I discovered a soundtrack recently,
Yeah.
um, which also another topic. My favorite
Okay.
band, Yellow.
Oh, yellow.
uh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like Electric Light Orchestra. They've like
Yeah,
actually got an orchestra, so
yeah.
um, like I like a lot of their songs, like pretty good, and some of my favorites in there as well. But like I also discovered they made some just soundtracks like of their songs, like without the music, just
Oh, yeah, like an
the track.
instrumental version there.
Yeah, and like some of those instrumentals, like some of the songs, like Telephone Line, like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
kind of like
Do,
I
do,
like
do,
them.
do,
They're
do,
good
do.
songs.
Oh, wait, no, that's a different one. I'm
But
thinking
then,
of
like, which song?
Lost Train to London.
Oh,
Do, do,
yeah.
do, 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 do. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, when you hear some of those kind of swings and you think, "Oh, that's like really cool," and
Yeah. So yeah, I found that ELO also recorded some soundtracks, like some instrumentals without the singing, and like just listening to it by itself, like oh, it sounds so good. So I'm I'm not sure if I prefer that song with or without the lyrics. I'm kind of like
oh yeah,
50-50. I could go either way.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think whenever you got like an orchestra backing your band, you're always going to get a really nice, uh, fulfilling sound, I guess, that you're probably
Yeah.
not going to get from like a four-piece, rock band kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got
And it's
more to work
interesting.
with.
Yeah. Like some of those like four-piece bands, like sometimes like I think like the Beatles did it like once or twice, like brought in an orchestra for like Live and Let
Yeah,
Go. No, that's Paul McCartney.
that's Wings. That's Wings, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Paul McCartney and the Wings, I think the proper
yeah,
term is, but anyway.
yeah. Sorry, I have been
That's
corrected.
all good.
Yeah, like when you get some of those bands, and then like for one of their songs, they bring in a whole orchestra, and it sounds amazing. Like they
Yeah,
do a good job.
yeah. It's usually when they go for that more kind of emotional, heartfelt song that you hear the orchestra in the background. Or they want a more kind of epic sound, I
Yeah,
guess.
fanfare, orchestra. Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hmm.
Have all the
Yeah.
people on the drum.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's always interesting. Like I was listening to some of the concerts they did for George Harrison, like when he passed away. It's kind of funny when you got like five guitarists and then four drummers in the back, and it's like
Mm.
you get
Yeah.
a very unique sound from like all the different players, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love it when they chuck in orchestras. Just
Brings a whole new meaning to the song.
notch it up a level.
Up
Yeah.
the level, yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's time for a game.
Oh yeah. Okay. uh, so, like, I've just told everyone how bad I am at singing. So, like,
Yeah,
do I
well,
now
I'm pretty bad as well, so I'm sure they'll forgive us.
Yep. Oh,
So yeah, I thought we'd do something a bit different to kind of, I guess, as we ease towards the end of the episode. For those that are unaware, there's an Australian TV show called Spicks and Specks, and they do these kind of funny little games, music based. So we thought to do something a bit different tonight, or today, I should say. We do one of those games, which is called, I'm not sure if I can remember actually what the game's called,
yeah. I don't know what it's called.
but
Make something up
hey,
quick. They don't
yeah,
suspect.
but someone will remember. But anyway, uh, basically the idea is we'll have a book and we'll have a song in mind, and then we have to sing the song while using the lyrics from a book. So it sounds a bit like weird, but you'll probably get it once we start.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to go first or should I?
I don't know if I want to go first. Oh, oh. I can. I can. I can.
Cool.
I think.
Sounds good.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, feel free to tell us what book you're using as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I am singing with the lyrics from "Worst Aircraft," um, from pioneering failures to multi-million-dollar disasters. What a good
Oh,
read.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's pretty famous for always choosing these really obscure books, so it kind of adds to the appeal of the game, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I considered using the Bible, but it might be a sin. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe best to avoid that.
Yeah. I could also describe my singing as that, but we'll see.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be forgiven.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, and feel free to jump in any time.
Cool.
Um,
Feel free to play along at home as well.
the wing design was unique enough, but combining it with a tail sitting format was a huge technological leap. Sorry, wait. Can you get from that? Because I forgot the rest
No,
of the song.
it's good. It's good. I'm just trying to remember what the song is. Almost sounds like the. I don't think it is like the birds connected to it. No, I don't get that one.
More or
Can
less
you do it?
normal control. Surfaces directed aircraft in horizontal flight, and the thrust vectoring was used to make maneuvers while vertical. The difficulty with tail sitting aircraft is landing them with the pilot looking downwards over his shoulder, transitioning to and from the horizontal to the vertical is also fraught with danger, so it was the only clearcopter's ninth flight when it failed.
Oh
What do you think?
no. It's good, but I just can't. I can't think. Nah.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's see if I can play it to you as well. I got it here. Oh dang, it's lagging. Help is on its way.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Very nice. Very good.
Oh,
Yeah, well played. Cool. Do we want to do this like one each, or do we
yeah,
just
I
want to do
reckon.
like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay,
want to hear
cool.
what you got. I want to see. Yeah, show me the book.
Cool. So I'm using Is This Anything, which is Jerry Seinfeld's latest biography, and it's got a bunch of jokes that he wrote in here. So we'll see how we go.
Oh.
Okay. Supermarket rubber dividers. Wait. Doo-doo.
Take your time.
Huh?
Take your time.
I also like those little rubber dividers they give you at the checkout because you want your items and you want a little property there too. Set up in the rubber fences. You don't want other people's items fraternizing with your items, do you? There are two ways to use the rubber dividers. Sometimes you can put it down on the conveyor belt, that most people do, or just hold it in my hand.
Lovely, George.
Thank
I got
you.
no clue. Oh,
It
I think you'll have to
was,
give it to me.
drum roll, it was the Hollies, the air that I breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did it justice, but I was kind of mainly singing the chorus.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can kind of see
Hollies.
it. Yeah, I can see it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think like the soft melody tones are like really tough
Yeah,
reading from the book.
I know. Yeah. Doesn't really help with that, does it? Cool.
Oh,
Back to you.
yeah. And if anyone wanted to know, I was reading from about the clear copter just before. If you're learning about it, you can go look it up.
Cool.
Now
Fun fact
I
of
will
the
be reading the Rotor Buggy Flying Jeep.
day.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh no, I'm not ready for this. Okay, here we go. The Rotor Buggy was essentially a Jeep converted into autogyro as a way of giving airborne forces some ground transport initially. Flight trials with the Rotor Buggy, towed behind a Whitley bomb, proved exhausting to the
Cool.
pilot, had to hang on to the ground column with thrashed continuously. Oh no. Sorry, it's so difficult
I'm
without the
pretty sure I
lyrics.
know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Never Gonna Give You Up by
Oh
I
yes,
forget the
yes,
guy,
we
but
got
yeah, the classic theme song.
excellent. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna take you in. Never gonna
Very nice.
turn around and desert you. I like it.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. See, what's my next one? Here we go. Okay. This one's called Airport Cart People. I believe the closest thing we have to royalty in America are the people that ride in those little carts throughout the airport. Doo-doo-doo. They come out of nowhere Beep beep, cod people, look out, cod people. We all scurry out of the way with worthless peasants. Ooh, ooh, it's cod people, I hope. We don't slow you down. Wave to the cod people, Timmy. You are the best people in the world. Do, 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 do. If you are too fat, slow, or disoriented to get to your gate on time, you're not ready for air travel.
I'm not ready. oh, I can't pick that one either. Oh, this is tough. Without the lyrics, I don't know. I think I'm lost.
You gotta kick yourself, I reckon.
Yeah.
Is Last Train to London by ELO.
Oh no! Use the yellow against me. Oh man, I should have known better, shouldn't I? Oh, last train. Oh, yeah. Very good.
Last Train to London. Do, do, do.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Oh, I didn't get an yellow. Sad.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, you want another from me?
Yeah. I've got 3 down, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking as well.
yeah.
Wasn't sure what to. I was looking for the flying tank, but I don't think I can find it.
Oh no.
Love that thing.
Gonna ruin it for
So,
all.
yeah. Oh, such a cool thing. But instead, I have Philip's multiplane because one wing isn't enough.
Yeah,
So
right.
that one's got
Wow.
20. Now, he
That's
even made a
impressive.
version with 50.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
out of control.
That's crazy
Um,
person.
okay, you ready?
Yep.
In his aerial experiments, he concentrated on aerofoils, as many as possible. It would seem to the exclusion of pretty much everything else. From 1893, he produced a variety of multiplanes, beginning with a 50-wing
Yeah.
coal-fired machine that predictably failed to become airborne. The slightly more conventional 20-wing multiplane actually achieved one hop of 15 meters, but he returned to a version of the machine with a petrol engine.
Very nice.
You got
I
it?
believe that was Sound of Silence.
Oh, yes.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep, that's the one. Very nice. Oh, dang,
Nice.
this
Good
is still
job.
a zero. I'm doing
I
badly.
feel like I haven't been doing very well, but this is a pretty well-known one, so hopefully you'll get this one.
Yeah, but I didn't even get a yellow.
I know.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. This one's called Improved Time. I was in the supermarket the other day, and I see times have been improved to the sense that people are out there. How was your wash? I don't know, it's alright, I guess. Could have been better. I have no idea how they improved it. They always show you detergents get out bloodstains. Kind of a violent image, isn't it? I think if you had a T-shirt with bloodstains all over it,
Oh,
maybe laundry is your biggest problem right now. Maybe get
yes.
rid of the body before you go do the wash. Who are they appealing to? Somehow I don't picture Charles Manson standing over the machine with a little cup of fabric softener.
Very nice. That was Hey Jude.
Yeah, by the Beatles.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
good
Beatles.
job.
Yes. I know it. I got it.
Oh, does that mean I won then?
You won. 2-1.
2-1.
Very
Apologies for
good.
my pansy. I don't know if I was singing it on key or not, man.
No, I got that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good, eh?
After like 5 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Cool.
That was good. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, that was fun, something a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Cool.
yeah, hopefully people enjoyed the singing. I
Yeah.
don't see how they can, but hopefully
You
they
did. I think you did pretty well. I was pretty impressed.
Thanks, George. No, I think you did well considering you were reading out of a book.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I know how there's people on Spicks and Specs out there that weren't professional singers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think if there's nothing else to chat about, I guess we'll kind of bring the segment to a close. And I'll do what I do with every guest and ask you what your favorite song, artist, album, and genre, if you can think of any, are.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, that could be like another topic. I don't know.
It could be.
Like my favorite song depends on the mood, I think. Like if I just want like nice and quiet, then maybe like maybe Wish You Were Here.
By Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice like I really enjoy that song. Like
Oh, I wish you were here.
yeah, if I want something calmer.
Yeah.
Or
the wall.
Yeah, that's calmer.
Sorry.
Probably like my other favorite song at the moment is probably like Gold.
Oh yeah, by Spaniel Ballet.
Yeah,
Gold.
that one. Always believe in your soul. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't want to inflict anyone
Indestructible. Yeah, everyone will get caught and then everyone will be singing it after the podcast.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're almost finished.
Yeah. Just hang in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good song. Came on at work today. Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Always
that just depends on the time. Oh,
yeah.
how I'm feeling.
I mean, it's not like it has to have a dead set answer. It's just more like for a bit of fun,
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, "Oh, you said that was your favorite song. You can't change it now."
Well, you're right. I guess I have to change. No. Favorite band, Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of solid songs. Orchestra, so they have to be good.
Yeah. They better be.
Yep. Very good. Album. Not sure I can help you there. Oh, I don't know.
Age of Empires.
Oh yeah. Age of Mythology.
Okay, Age of Empires.
That's got a good soundtrack.
Another good game.
Okay. That whole album, that's a good one. I'll take that. And genre.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling as well. But I think for the most part, I usually listen to pop music. Some of the classics.
Yeah. Good old
70s, 80s, 90s.
60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Old school pop.
Oh. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah, so you cannot.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's what I like.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Hope you had fun. No worries. Always fun to do something a bit different. Make fun of each other by singing.
Yeah, that'll always happen.
Good. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me. And I guess see you guys next time.
See you later.
Bye.